This is the Swag Science from HoodAllStars.com. We're just gonna do a little recap of the fights that happened over the weekend. First up, Randall Bailey versus Devin Alexander. Ain't too much I can say about this fight. It was boring as fuck. I hated every minute of it. It was real rough to watch. Had a few good punches here and there, but neither fighter impressed me that much. I felt Devin Alexander, being the younger, more aggressive, explosive guy, he's in his prime. I thought he could have really pushed the tempo and got Randall Bailey out of there in the later rounds. He did start landing a little more effectively, but it really wasn't a great performance from him. Overall, I give Devin Alexander a C. You know, basically the performance was average as hell. He didn't really do, he just overall sucked in that fight. I'm gonna just keep it real. You know, I like Devin Alexander. You know, he has skills. He has good attributes. He does have some bad habits with the grunting every time he tries to throw a punch. I don't like that in fighters. But he does work the body. He has good footwork. He pivots, but he really could have just pushed the tempo and did a lot better. He fought too scary against Randall Bailey. And, you know, it wasn't as bad as Mike Jones did, because Mike Jones, woo, he really fought like he was just running for his life in that fight. But Devin Alexander, he could have did a lot better. And one thing I'll give him his props for, he's honest. He at least admitted it himself, because you got some fighters out here, you know, they give you chicken shit and they try to sell it as chicken salad. So I give Devin Alexander his props for being honest with that. He could have did a lot better. So, you know, hopefully in the future he could get another fight that he really could impress fans with. But just what I took from this fight, you know, he landed some good lefts here and there. Devin Alexander's not really a flush, accurate type of puncher. He hits hard, but he doesn't really, you know, land frequently clean like that. And he's gonna really have to work on that some in order to be more effective in the welterweight division. So overall, yeah, just a C. It's average. Next fight, we got Peter Quillin, you know, Kid Chocolate, and Ndam. Real good fight, real explosive fight, real entertaining. Had some epic type shit you never seen before. 6 knockdowns in one fight. You know, you don't see stuff like that happen every day. That's something you see like in a video game, fight night or something. I was impressed with Kid Chocolate. He did his thing. He knew what was his go-to punch, which was that left uppercut, hook, smash type of punch he kept landing. So he used it a lot. He worked the body. One thing I did notice that he needs to improve, he needs to get his conditioning and his stamina right, because he looked visibly tired in the middle rounds and in the late rounds. I know some people was probably looking at it like, damn, he can't get this African dude out of here. Whoa, Ndam was tough as hell, you know. He took some brutal, clean, hard punches during that fight. So that dude has one of those crazy adamantium type chins right there. So I won't hold it to Kid Chocolate for not getting him out of there. He saw his go-to punch, he kept using it, Ndam kept getting hit with it. So hey, what can you do? You can't get the guy out of there. But I felt he would have been able to get the guy out of there if his conditioning was better. Because there were certain times where if he would have just stepped it up a little bit, really put his foot on the gas after those knockdowns, he could have got him out of there, because dude was hurt. But he was able to recover, and hey, the rest is history. I think Quillin's a handful for any middleweight out there. I'm not saying he beats them all, but he's in every fight. That goes for Martinez, Triple G, Parag, Gil, all of those dudes. Kid Chocolate, he means business. He just needs to work on his stamina. Otherwise, great performance. He did his thing. I would probably give him a damn, in that fight, I'd give him a B. plus, B plus. Because, you know, I can't complain. He did his thing. It would have been an A if he would have knocked the guy out, but, you know, he couldn't. Dude was tough. So I think a B plus is appropriate for that performance. He just worked on that conditioning, that stamina, and he's on his way. Next fight we had Paulie Malignaggi against Pablo Cesar Cano. That fight, wow. That fight was actually pretty good. That was a decent fight to watch. Had no problems with it. It was real entertaining. Classic boxer versus brawler. But Malignaggi, wow, real disappointing. This is all Malignaggi did during the fight. This jab, 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 and spin around, turn around. I'm gonna just keep it real. I thought he lost clearly. I thought Cano put hands on him and really just kicked his ass. He landed a lot of good body shots. He was really working Malignaggi over. You know, I'm not saying it was a whitewash type of victory. That one judge who had it 118 to 110, I don't know what he was looking at. The fight was a lot closer than that. But I thought Cano really just took the fight. I thought it was like basically one of those 7 rounds to 5 type of fight, and then you throw in the extra point for the knockdown. I thought that was an easy fight to score, really. Malignaggi, and you look at when you score a fight as far as damage wise, Malignaggi, you know, he did a nice jab where I believe he cut through. It was nasty ass cut, but other than that, he didn't really do anything. You know, he just jab, jab, jab. He, you know, he doesn't have a left hook, no uppercuts. Barely throw his right hand, and pretty much the blueprint is out on Malignaggi. You know, you could take away his jab, you just be aggressive and just swarm him, and yeah, you could beat him, man. Disappointing in his performance. I felt he lost. Nothing else I could really say on that. You know, it is what it is. After rating his performance, I would give Malignaggi. Wow, y'all probably gonna be like, damn, man, he hating on him, but nah, I'm gonna just keep it real, cause you know I thought he lost the fight. Yeah, I had to give him a D. D is for didn't win, but yeah, it really wasn't all that impressive in that fight. He really got hands put on him. Cano, on the other hand, I was impressed with him. He looked real good in there. He did his thing in that fight. Yeah. The last fight, the main event, the rematch between Danny Garcia and Erik Morales. I was impressed with Garcia. I'm gonna just keep it real. I thought he would just win another decision. I knew he'd be a little more aggressive, but I didn't think he would just go all out and, you know, and just knock the shit out of Erik Morales. I didn't think that was gonna happen, and he did. Garcia, he's a beast. He looks beatable at times because sometimes he doesn't throw enough punches and he just waits a little too much. But if he catches you slipping in between those counters, in between those exchanges, that left hook could get you out of there. And, you know, he really deserves all the props and everything that he gets from this fight. You like to see young fighters, when they face these aging veterans, you like to see them get these guys out of there. So I tip my hat off to Danny Garcia. Morales, he just needs to hang it up. All-time great fighter, legend, El Terrible, you know. Can't win them all. You know, he at the end of the road. So I wish him the best. Garcia, I give his performance an A. I hope Devin Alexander was watching, because that's what you need to do when you fight these old aging veterans. You respect them, but don't respect them too damn much. Fight your fight, man. Fight your fight, and I'm glad to see Danny Garcia did that. I'm sorry, do that. But yeah, I see y'all later on the Swag Science. Make sure y'all hit up the blog at hoodallstars.com. You see boxing at the top. The next video breakdown I'm gonna do between Abner Mares and the Moreno fight. I believe November 10th. So be on the lookout for that. Swag Science, hoodallstars.com.